A very good evening and welcome to ICU TV's main news. We now take a look at the stories making headlines. Crocodile kills 10-year-old boy in Siavonga. Main stranded as floods rains Livingstone crossing point again. Tourism Minister signs a 132.3 million kwacha deal for the Livingstone roads upgrade. In international news, over 300 dead amid escalating unrest in Iran as UN writes chief horrified by violence. In sports news, Carrick set to be appointed Manchester United interim manager. With the news in details, my name is Peter Jamerson Ingererwa. A 10-year-old boy has tragically died after being attacked by crocodiles while bathing on the shores of the Carrick in Siavonga district. The incident occurred on the morning of January 12, 2026, as the grade 4 pupil, identified as Vinok Kavaya of Kakamba village, was preparing for school. Southern Province Commanding Officer Mono Namalungo confirmed the incident, stating that the crocodile dragged the boy into deeper waters. After a 3-hour search, members of the public recovered the boy's body approximately 200 meters from the shore. Heavy rains have flooded multiple crossing points in Livingstone district, Southern Province, leaving many residents stranded as disrupting access to the central business area. The most affected areas include Namatama, Mwadibonena, Maramba, Libuyu, and Kabila wards. Residents have expressed frustration over delays by local authorities to elevate flood-prone areas despite repeated seasonal flooding. Namatama Ward Councillor Kelvin Mambo has sympathized with affected families but warned against illegal settlements near streams and drainage lines. Several school-going children were seen stranded in the early hours, unable to cross the flood areas. The Minister of Tourism has signed a 132.3 million kwacha contract with Kaiji Construction Zambia for rehabilitation and upgrading of 8.3 kilometers of selected roads in Livingstone city center. The project falls under the Zambia Green Resilient and Transformational Tourism Development Project, Great TDP, aimed at improving access to resilient infrastructure in key tourism areas. Tourism Permanent Secretary Evans Muhanga said the project will be executed in 2 phases and expected to be completed within 9 months. Phase 1 will focus on detailed project design and environmental and social impact assessment, Asia, while Phase 2 will involve full construction to upgrade the roads to bituminous standard. Kaeji Construction Project Engineer Tanaka Charumbira assured stakeholders of quality delivery within the agreed time frame.
So part of what we're trying to transform here to say, can we actually have tourism police within the police? If you go to other countries, you find that there are policemen who are wearing uniform to say it's tourism police, but they are part of the main police force, police service, and that's what we want. Those who are friendly to the tourists, you see what I mean? So even when you are a drive through, you are actually just having your vehicle, you have a traffic offense because you don't know any better, they will be at least be friendly to you, they will not take advantage of your ignorance around them, but it's to facilitate travel. So that's what we are trying to do. So the 8.3 kilometers which we are trying to ensure that we upgrade all these roads, around the selected city roads. That is why we want to do it. Now, the project will be completed in 2 phases, members of the press, over 9 months from the contract signed. So phase 1, lasting 3 months, involves basically the design and environmental social impact assessment that will be done. And phase 2, spanning around 6 months, will cover the construction of the upgrade city center roads to bituminous standard, supporting the great TTP goals. So today's undertaking is critical achievement for the Ministry of Tourism and the tourism sector in general for the reasons that I have explained. For it is contributing to the improvement of the tourist capital city, Livingstone. This project is quite strategic as an investment because it's aimed at enhancing the city's infrastructure, improving mobility and access to tourism facilities and visitor experience. It enhances Livingstone to position it as a premier tourism destination.
Welcome back. We are still in local stories. Police in Choma are investigating a robbery in which 3 masked men stole over 357,000 from a local bakery on Sunday night. Southern Province Police Commanding Officer Mono Namalongo confirmed the incident, saying the suspect, armed with machetes and a taser gun, attacked workers around 23:20 hours before getting away with the cash. One employee sustained machete wounds during the attack. No arrests have been made yet, and investigations are still ongoing. The government has called on businesses to reduce prices of goods and services following the continued appreciation of the kwacha against the US dollars and other major currencies. Commerce, Trade and Industry Minister Chipoka Mlenga says the strengthening of the local currency is a reflection of improved economic fundamentals and the effectiveness of government policy. He noted that a stronger kwacha reduces the cost of imported goods, fuel, and raw materials, lowering operational costs for businesses. Mr. Mlenga has urged traders, manufacturers, and retailers to pass these savings on the consumers by reviewing and adjusting their prices accordingly, saying this will help ease the cost of living, strengthen purchasing power, and promote fair competition. Currently, the kwacha is trading below 20 to the US dollar. The Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security has assured officers involved in last year's nationwide Mobile National Registration Card (NRC) insurance exercise that their outstanding allowances will be paid. Principal Public Relations Officer Mwala Kalaruka told ZNBC News that the government has already begun dispersing payment in phase and that all eligible officers will receive their dues. Mr. Kalaruka attributed some of the delays to incorrect bank details submitted by a number of officers and appealed for continued patience as the Ministry works to clear the remaining payments. We take a very short break. When we're back, we have international and sports news. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching us. We are now in international news. United Nations Human Rights Chief Volker Turk has expressed deep concerns over the escalating violence in Iran, saying he is horrified by reports that hundreds of people have been killed during ongoing protests. This comes as Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi told Al Jazeera that Tehran is ready if the United States chooses to test a military option against the country. Meanwhile, tens of thousands of pro-government supporters have taken to the streets in a show of force. Internet access remains blocked for the fifth straight day. State media claims over 100 security personnel have been killed, while activists say hundreds of protesters have also died, figures that Al Jazeera has not been able to independently verify. We are still watching international news. Niger has revoked the licenses of several transport operators and drivers who refused to deliver fuel to neighboring Mali, citing security fears. This follows a fuel blockage imposed in September by an Al-Qaeda affiliate which has been attacking petrol tankers on key routes. Mali, a landlocked country, relies heavily on fuel imports and had signed a deal with Niger in July for the supply of 85 million liters over 6 months. Both Niger and Mali, ruled by militant junta governments, are battling jihadist insurgencies and remain strategic allies in the region. We take another short break. When we're back, it's sports news. Stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Welcome back. We are now in sports news. Mike Carrick is expected to be named interim manager of Manchester United, with a full agreement likely to be finalized on Tuesday. Carrick, who has arrived at the club's training ground, will take charge until the end of the season. He is set to be joined by Steve Holland as assistant, alongside Jonathan Woodgate, John Evans, and Travis Binion in the coaching setup. Carrick is expected to implement a 4-2-3-1 formation, marking a shift from the back three system used by former manager Ruben Amorim, who was sacked last week.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
And that sport item brings us the end of our main news. But before we go, let's take a look at the stories making the headlines. Crocodile kills 10-year-old boy in Siavonga. Men stranded as rains flood Livingstone crossing point again. Tourism Minister signs 132.3 million kwacha deal for Livingstone road upgrade. In international news, over 300 dead amid escalating unrest in Iran as UN rights chief horrified by violence. In sports news, Carrick set to be appointed Manchester United interim manager. Thank you very much for watching ICU TV Main News. For more information, kindly stay glued to our Facebook page at ICU TV and our website page at icutvzm.com.